with their feet and with little tiny checkbooks. This is a high thought, leadership influenced industry, and there's no one right opinion. So we have a guy in Burlington, Mass, who flies all over the country talking about his school. What does he do? He buys them iPads. He doesn't tell the teachers anything else. And mostly the kids, the high school kids, are searching the web, finding 20 products, bringing them in, doing tests, and the teachers are leaning over their shoulders saying, well, it doesn't do this. And so he's got this whole sort of free-for-all going on, driven by the kids. Say, kid really learns the best. He goes and speaks all over the country. About 70% of the superintendents think he's the dumbest guy in North America, and the other 25% love it. So there's no right answer, but there's a whole lot of people following and paying attention to what's going on. That goes back to what I mentioned before about art capital. There's these companies out there that know we want to sell a blank kind of product. We know how to land in Ohio, demo this product to 5 superintendents, cause 4 of them to buy now, and that's going to result in 10 more districts going with you almost overnight. So there's a whole lot of complex thought followership going on. Sorry that took so long. So who decides? Superintendent with budget, superintendent, curriculum coordinator, tech director, principal, teacher. There's a whole lot of diversity in there. Just to get a sense of the size of the different districts, as you can see here, that the bottom 2 categories cover 50% of all the kids in the U.S. And there are a relatively small number of buying decisions, but believe me, those are very political organizations, so very complex. Higher ed is very similar. There's a lot of not invented here academia in higher ed. We do see a lot of companies that are working on doing things like helping with the back office for the alumni relations department, or heading out for a new way for career services to work. And so there's quite a bit of change in the organization. Higher ed adopted learning management systems back a decade ago, Blackboard and all of its competitors. These are systems that allow the teachers to push the content to the students very easily. So they'll build a curriculum inside there and then say, this video, this reading, and this chapter of this book equal the lesson for July 14th, and then push it to the students. The students usually do their homework and submit it to that system where it all works. So I thought I'd do a really quick case study. 10 Marks was founded in 2009. It was located in Boston. A couple people in San Francisco and a big development shop in India. And the idea was to do supplemental math. The original business model was that we were going to sell to parents. A later business model, which I'm about to show you, is to sell to parents and schools. And all the sales and all the revenue happened from the schools. So this company had a total of about just over $3.5 million in, and I was on the board until the last couple of months of the company's existence. And in 2012, when we were about to pull together a new insider round, it was just in the middle of coming together. We needed to make a little bit more traction that we thought would be attractive in the market. I was in this deal with Catamount Ventures, really well thought of San Francisco firm, and some folks out of, guys out of Pittsburgh in just a second. And as we started doing that, the Kindle division came in for a strategic conversation with the company, and then the company was acquired by Amazon. And so this will be an anchor piece of the Kindle-based product line when Kindle start rolling out into the schools. They're already available. This product is available for free. Take any superintendent that wants to spec it to their parents anywhere in the country this summer to try to stop summer slow. So this is an example of a business plan that we saw as investors, and so trying to think about whether or not this was a meaningful trying to think back to what did that look like at that time. How did we decide? Oops, I'm self-advancing slides here. So really the idea was that we were going to go out with a freemium model, get the teachers to register and use the product, and then there would be a certain number of students exposed to the product, and then we were hoping that 20 to 40 parents would buy premium out of 1,000 parents exposed, and that one school out of some number of schools exposed would buy a premium product. In the end, it turned out it was really easy to get the principals to buy the analytics that were on the other side of the freemium paid line. The principals loved the analytics, loved to see what was going on, and as the product got more and more sophisticated, they just loved the ability to track. In the end, we had principals saying, we know before we take the standardized test in our state what our answers are going to be, because we can see it right here in what's happening on this product. So they were just involved in it. And it was the principals who loved it even more than the teachers. The teachers liked it, but the principals were praised because of the predictability. And then we found it really easy to go and call the superintendent and say, did you know that you have 5 principals paying for and 8 other schools using this product? And I didn't quite get into it. We never saw the principal. We never saw the superintendent. We always saw the curriculum coordinator for math. And so as soon as we went in and saw the curriculum coordinator for math, our next meeting was with the superintendent. And then by the time that the 10 March was acquired, there was a great growth rate starting to happen, and we got our mappings to the Common Core on that was supposed to. So here's some slides that are trying to be a little bit more sort of wrappy-uppy. That in a world where it's a semi-regulated market. There's a lot of compliance that's required. A lot of this has to be covered. There has to be a check mark next to this curriculum component. And so when entrepreneurs are telling us, we cover 47% of the blank requirements under the Common Core, they're telling you something that the teacher can go and put check marks there without having to do anything except for use the product. Again, there's lots of budgetary lines that tend to be showing up. In general, the schools are buying if it's below $5,000. And if it's above, then it will have to be put out to a bid. And so you need to be watching the price point in relation to what puts you out to bid and what causes Pearson to come in with big guns blazing. And believe me, Pearson has a big sales force. They'll show up. Again, this district sales are very seasonal. There's often specialized budget lines, and you need to figure out which budget line this is going into. In general, it's like any other enterprise sale. You're selling to a business. The business has a perception of what the use is. The actual users are probably the kids, but the teacher, the kids, and the principal have to all believe that it's creating value. And you need to develop influence. Whenever there's a lot of disruption like this, there's just a lot of random sub-markets that suddenly pop out, right? So small rural and schools may get a different product and be more interested in it. There's lots of pre-K, there's developing countries, there's what do you do for on-the-job training, there's special micro-certifications. You just name it, there's a gazillion things going on. So this is a world of a boatload of micro-markets, as well as some quite significantly sized major markets that are moving all at the same time. And which is your toe, to get your toe in the water, to get your hook in that store and follow on with additional sales, is always an interesting comment. I'm going to go back to this specialized budget lines. And I've said this to a couple people in the context of Gloria Orbach that's coming in later. There's some very savvy people out there grabbing budget lines. And the example I've used is the Boston Museum of Science has quite savvy engineering products. They produce sort of project-based learning. You ship it out in a box, not entirely in a box, but partly in a box. And there's a bunch of digital delivery, and there's some books and other things that they have to do. And they've gone around and been very, very effective at getting PTOs to say this is an important thing that the school should have and put up some additional money. They had some matching dollars that were set up from some specific foundations, so that the foundations were always putting in a match with the PTO money. And they always forced it so that the school district had to write a subset of the price themselves. They didn't let it go unless there was buy-in approved by that dollar number. Later, when the PTO and the foundation money went away, the budget line just started getting, they started eating the rest of the district's science and engineering budget line. So that's an example of somebody who might be occupying the budget line that your product is headed for, and you don't know how they got there or how they got so much influence. So there's just a lot of stuff in this fledgling industry. It's a unique investment opportunity. If we can get this to work, we'll have more companies coming to us in all the categories that we want to invest in. So that would be a ton of fun. And the technology is a really important part of this. Large competitive industry. We expect it to increase in acquisitiveness, and there's lots and lots of mid-sized market opportunities.
Well, that's about the most comprehensive overview we've ever had in any industry, so thank you, Jean. It's great to have such an expert in our midst. We do have time for questions, so let's just open it up for any questions, comments from the audience. Ms. Barber.
What are typical multiples in the ed tech industry?
They're a bit all over the map. I think we're probably seeing lots of sevens and sometimes some 12s. And if it's unique and patentable technology, much higher. But we're seeing lots of 5s, 6s, and 7s. If you went back in history, you'd find lower multiples. You'd find 3s.
Peggy.
It's a lot of media type things, and
Sometimes you hear that the younger generation isn't going to read or doesn't read long-form books anymore. What are you seeing in that, in terms of what's happening with reading?
Yeah, no, one of the things I do through very much work with the Media Lab at MIT on a little conference called Sandbox Summit, and really it's about gaming and entertainment. Lots and lots of kids are doing their, the research out of the universities is showing that the gaming products that cause knowledge of mastery, that cause striving and persistence toward mastery are potentially better teaching environments than somebody in the front of the room talking at you. And so I think everybody's trying to find the right mix of how to put some edge of entertainment, whatever, in. We had one of our first cohort was a video. You could take any video and then you'd stop the video and put the questions in the middle, so that the teacher could cause the kid not to lean back and be texting during the video, but to lean in and have to answer the questions to go ahead and say and prove that they knew what cross-play tectonics before they could see the execution.
Daphne.
Could you talk a little bit about what you're seeing in terms of adaptive learning and just those platforms? Because it seems like a huge opportunity in terms of at scale, making technology customizable.
so define that.
Well, adaptive learning for special needs students in general.
Or, yes.
Yeah, in general, what we're seeing is a whole lot of specialized products. I mean, you can't listen to NPR or something without hearing another feel great article, story about these autistic kids that had the iPads, and then they were able to communicate much better and play guitar on it, and how Guitar Hero has changed music education forever, and so on. So there's a lot going on. There certainly are some really neat things that seem to work. Another big category in ed tech is brain science. We're seeing lots of evidence that if you get the right kind of motions combined with the right kind of stimulus to the brain, that you change the kid from being rated as this much ADD to that much ADD. It's a measurable change, or the same thing on autism spectrum. So there's lots and lots of work going on. No market leader yet, and so it's just, yes, interesting space. Hard to tell who gets ahead.
Yeah.
I have two questions. One is, are you seeing any common characteristics of failures? And the other is, what are some of the determining factors on pre-con evaluation?
So those are great questions. So I think the failures look pretty common. There certainly has been a long history of companies getting that first few set of teachers and few set of maybe in a couple districts, and then just kind of plateauing there. They could never get the next set, and so it was sort of not understanding the early majority, not really finding the real beachhead. So it really looked a lot like a standard failure in those ways. And sometimes it was because the product was coming out of 3 different budgets, right? It had some of the math coordinator's budget, and it had some of the ELL's budget, it had somebody else's budget, and you couldn't keep all those people in line or get them to line up in the potential new buyers. We actually do think that this is a particularly slow to develop category, and so us and people like Rethink and New Market, sort of the leading thought folks in the specialized specialized funding area are talking about things like trying to get together some specialized, I call them sleeve plus funds, that will allow the companies to have extra time for that first year to get the sales machine to fit on that budget cycle to happen. So sort of this idea that we're going to see slow first year growth probably, and therefore keeping valuations down and respectful of the fact that there's going to be some burn across there. If Google or New Markets is going in, sometimes the price gets way up there, but mostly we're seeing what I would think of as closer to East Coast pricing based on this fact that they're just not these extreme growth companies. So we're seeing lots of 3.5 million increase for late C or early A.
Any questions on this side of the room? Okay, Vanessa?
Jean, you just said something about East Coast pricing. Did you talk about East Coast versus West Coast pricing? What's your thought on that?
Just lower, right? I mean, it's,
And why do you think that is?
even things coming out of the accelerators aren't walking around saying whether with $6 million in Boston, and just they were 3.5. So I don't know. It's just why is it? Because I don't know. There's just too much money in California, I guess.
Jean, I have a question about something that I think I heard you say at the ACA, which, and correct me if I'm not right, but I think you were saying that one of the big opportunities here is in job training that may have nothing to do with formal education or college degrees. So could you speak about that?
Yeah, well, corporate training is huge per se. It's just a big market. The buyer knows what they want. And then we're also seeing these specialized schools develop that are for the problem called, the kid graduated but doesn't have any skill that they can deliver today. And so there must be 10 new schools around the country, like Startup Institute, that are taking kids in for 2-month chunks of time and brings them out as either a lightweight, an early stage programmer, a coder, somebody who can work in marketing, somebody who can work in customer support. And so we're just seeing lots of those. We're also seeing a lot of people who are getting badges or certificates as sort of a way of thinking about, I have mastery in something instead of with that 4-year degree kind of, I think it's parchment paper kind of thing.
Time for 1 or 2 more questions, yes. Susan?
Yes, Jean, do you see the for-profit, try to see if the mic's on.
Thank you.
Do you see the for-profits being investors in any of these startups as sort of a way to get, an early entry
Yeah.
into sort of new technology?
The for-profit colleges, as an
Right.
example.
Yeah.
The for-profit colleges are actually licking their wounds. The government is after them big time for graduation rates, right? So they're there. They're still getting large numbers of students, but we see nonprofit competitors like Southern New Hampshire University coming in at them at a huge rate for these online classes, and they're becoming degree granting, or at least associate's degree granting. So hard to tell, and no, we have not seen serious investment from them. They were early adopters of Blackboard, the learning management systems.
So with that, we will finish. Jean, thank you. That was absolutely fabulous. So Jean will stay during the forum, so I ask Napper for any further questions you may have. We will come back at 11 o'clock. During this break, please find someone you've never met before and say hello to them. We have a lot of guests here today, so please mix with them. And we'll be back at 11 o'clock. Thank you.